Gucci Kraftz.
YouTube, what's poppin'? Hey, it's Gucci and I'm back. Y'all don't beat me up. I know it's been a smooth minute since I've been on here. I've been trying to get the online crafting school off poppin', www.iteachcrafts.com. It's taken a lot of my time, but I reached 3,000 subscribers. And I am so excited about that. My heart is just overwhelmed with joy. I appreciate all of the support. I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I appreciate y'all still rocking with me. I'm still here. I'm still going to be dropping videos. I have 5 videos that I need to drop. I need to still do the outros for them. I did the intros, but I gotta do the outros. But I am coming to you today. 'Tis the season in the Christmas spirit. Yes, because we have maybe about 6 weeks, 5 weeks till Christmas. It's coming, y'all. It's coming fast. Thanksgiving is next week, so we need to really get this ball rolling on Christmas crafts. And so tonight, what I want to do is show you something. I'll show you how to do something that I discovered a couple of days ago, which is a dirty pour ornament. Now, if you've watched me and you've followed me, you've seen the dirty pours that I've done. I did a dirty pour over a vase and a pitcher on one of the videos, but this is a dirty pour inside of an ornament. This is a clear DIY ornament that you can pick up from Michael's or the Dollar Tree. So I took it from mall to I mean, it looks so pretty. It looks very like art deco-ish. This is about 6 or 7 colors that I added in here for this dirty pour inside of the ornament. I've seen a couple of videos where they have done them on the outside of the ornament, but I didn't see any where they actually tried to do it on the inside. And so I tried it a couple of days ago, kind of let it dry a little bit, and so I said, hey, let me see if I can bring this to YouTube and see if we can get one popping on the channel. So what we need for our supplies is our ornament, and y'all don't pay attention to my dirty background because I've been in here. It's if y'all can see what's behind this camera, it's like ornament central in here. Me and Minnie I call this one all wrapped up. We've been making ornaments like Santa's little helpers. Minnie made this one. Isn't that so cute? She added her little gems. She's a mess, but it looks so pretty. I said, we got to keep that one and put it on the tree. She's like, I want to sell it, little businesswoman. Anyway, for our supplies, we are going to need our clear ornament, and this top just pops off just like that. We are going to need some popsicle sticks or a stir. And actually, you know what? For this one, we don't even need these really because I'm not going to do any stirring. So we may use it at the very end just to scrape some more of the paint out of the little cup that we are going to use. And I'm just using these little medicine cups that I use to do my epoxy. And I have 2 of them. One has a little bit of water in it, and we're not even going to use this much water at all. And then, of course, with the dirty pour, we are going to need our paint. So I'm going to be using 4 colors for this particular dirty pour. If you don't know what a dirty pour is, make sure you watch the video. I'm going to link it for the first dirty pour I did. But basically what you're doing is we are going to squirt those paints into our little cup. And we're just going to squirt them on top of each other. And I try to get in the center every time I add a new paint in there. And then we are going to simply pour it inside of the ornament. And for our final supply will be another cup that we're going to turn the ornament upside down in. And we're going to let it drip down for maybe about 5 to 6 minutes just to get all the extra paint out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 of our stir sticks, lay it across the cup, and we're going to kind of tilt the ornament up so that it all doesn't drip down, because what I notice is that if you leave it sitting down in the cup like you do the regular colored ornaments to let that extra paint drip out, all of the colors will run together on you. So we only want it to drip down for about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how much paint you actually put in it, okay? So without further ado, let us get started. Alright, so I got you guys in a good position here. We're going to go ahead and start dropping in our paint in our little cup here. So I'm going to do my white first. I pay attention to the color you put on the bottom because it'll pop up more so at the top more prominently, I noticed, with dirty pours. And then I'm going to put in my pink. And you can do the color in any combination that you would like. Doesn't matter how you put them in there. The prettier ones use 4 or more colors. So 4 or more colors are going to give you that really pretty look. And I am in love with this red. This is Cardinal Chrism. And I mean, it is just so pretty. I have a plain ornament that I did with it. Just plain red. And it is just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And we'll do the pink. And I will do some blue. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's do a little bit of red. And I'm going to dip another little dot of white here at the top. Maybe another little dot of pink too. And this is more than enough paint to do this dirty pour. But I want it to be really, really pretty. Now this is when our water comes in. I'm going to put a little bit of water in here, not a lot. And what this is to do is just to make the paint a little bit more fluid when it gets in there. Usually with dirty pours, like if I'm doing it over something, I will add a little bit of water to each one of the paints and really stir it up really good. I do the same thing with the paints when I do the plain ornaments. I noticed this year that the paint is thicker, I feel like, than it was last year. Last year I didn't have to really add any water that I remember to any of the paints that I bought. But this year I'm finding that the paints are kind of thick and it's a little bit harder to get them to swirl around. So adding a little bit of water to them, just a little bit, not a lot, and making sure that you stir it when you're doing your plain ornaments really helps with the paint being fluid. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here. Not very much, just, you know, a couple of little drops. And if you can see, I don't know if you guys can see how much water that really is, but it's really not a lot, you guys. And then I just kind of put my finger over it and just like shake it a little bit because I want the ornament to get a little bit lubricated to get ready for this paint. Okay. And I don't have a lot of water in there at all. And I'm actually going to pour just a little bit more of it out. Just a couple little drops. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, and you can use a funnel for this if you would like. I use the cup simply because it just provides less things for me to wash. These are, I have got like 1,000 of these in a jacket from Amazon for really, really cheap. And when I'm done with it, I can just toss it. Okay. So I'm going to squeeze it. And I find that these don't break very easily. You can give it a little squeeze and pinch it kind of like a taco. And go ahead and just pour this down into the bottom of your ornament. And I kind of give a little bit of a shake to it. I try to stay at the bottom of the ornament and not really get it onto the sides. But sometimes that happens. It doesn't matter. And it just adds to the uniqueness of it. And just like with a regular dirty pour, no two dirty pour ornaments are going to be the same, even if you use the same exact colors, even if you use it from the same exact cup. The two will not be the same patterns. That's what I love about a dirty pour. It's unique, one of a kind. And I'm just squeezing this just to make sure that I get as much paint as I can out. And then if I need some extra paint, if it doesn't cover it all, I'll use one of my sticks to kind of scrape in the cup. So I'm going to kind of swirl this around a bit. And my lighting is terrible in here tonight. And I'm just swirling to making sure that my paint kind of mixes with the water. I'm not shaking. I'm just swirling, or even not even swirling, just rocking it back and forth here just to kind of mix my water a little bit. And then I'm going to grab my cup, which was not my original cup. This one has glitter in the bottom of it, but it's fine. It'll serve its purpose. And then I'm going to start swirling my paint around, going in a circle, making sure that I hit all of the spots. And I'm kind of staying tilted down at this point to make sure I really get the bottom. Then I'm going to take that paint and I'm going to tilt my ornament forward and still go in that same circular motion to make sure the rest of my ornament gets coated. And while I'm tilting forward, that paint is running forward for me. And I want to make sure I have no empty spots. Okay. I'm going to double the paint back by tilting it back down. Letting it run back down. And then doing that circular motion again. Just to make sure that I get everything and I can use the majority of the paint that I have in here. That I won't have any clear open spots because it's hard to kind of cover those up. Now I'm going to tilt forward all the way and just keep going in that same circular motion to get some of that excess paint to start going ahead and dripping out for me while I'm going in this circular motion. And as you can see, the paint is starting to kind of swirl together. It's creating its own pattern inside of there. Okay. Now that I got the majority of that to come out freely, as I'm going around, you see it starts to get less and less. We go from globs coming out until we start to get drips. And when that happens, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and see that looks so pretty already. I'm going to tilt it a little bit forward in my cup, okay? I am not going to have it straight down like I do these. These, I just put them straight down in the cup and let it all run down. So when I do the hydro dip, I tilt them a bit in the cup simply because I don't want all of my colors to start running together, okay? So we're going to leave that in a cup and we are going to let it drip for about 5 minutes, just until, you know, it gets that final drip out. And that's simply so that the paint will stay, you know, where we need it to stay, because we're going to eventually lay it flat. And we don't want all that paint to run from the top of it back down, you know, the front side back down onto the bottom by laying it flat too soon. So we'll let this drip out and I'll come back to show you guys how I actually set it up to complete its drying phase. Okay, you guys. So now we've let this drip down and I got it to where the drips are very far and in between. And the colors are starting to mix in a way that I think is really pretty and I like them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 sticks, and you can get these from Amazon for really, really cheap, or Michael's, and I'm basically going to sit it on top just like that. And I'm going to sit it like that again because I don't want my colors to continue to run. And I think the other side is my favorite. I love that. Look at that. Oh, it is so pretty. And just to show you guys, I did another one with these same colors, just to show you that even though they have the same colors, they are going to come out looking a little bit different. Okay, they're not all going to be exactly the same when you do your dirty pours, which that is what I love. And you can still sell them as a set. That's the beauty of it, that each one will look a little bit different. And it adds that handmade, homemade touch, okay? So we will let that dry all the way. I'm going to let this dry for about 24 hours, and then I'll come and I'll kind of take a little Q-tip on the inside just to see how much paint, you know, is still not dry, to see if I am able to actually start maneuvering it to decorate it. You don't want to move these too much because you don't want any wet paint in there to shift and kind of change up your design. And you can use any colors you want. This is matte paint that I got from Michael's using a 60% off coupon. I have a set of like 12. Walmart has this same brand, Apple Barrel brand, for about 50 cents a bottle. You can either get matte or gloss. I think the matte is the only one that's 50 cents, but I could be wrong. But they have a ton of colors. So you guys can go get those colors and check them out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video that I'm going to drop is going to be a clean pour inside of the ornament. So you guys check that out. Please check out www.iteachkrafts.com. I have a lot of crafting classes on there that are coming up. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram, Gucci Crafts. Facebook, I have a Facebook fan page for you guys. It is Gucci Crafts as well, yes. And then join my group, the I Teach Crafts group on Facebook. The group be popping, y'all. It be popping. It's a lot of talented ladies in there. You can come in there and you can get help. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to be dropping another video. Yes. So if you are new, make sure that you subscribe. Click the bell so that you can get notification anytime that I drop a video. Also on my fan page, every Friday on the Gucci Crafts page on Facebook, I do Friday Night Live. I go live on Facebook. I give away prizes. I do free live tutorials. I ask you guys questions and try to be interactive with you. So make sure you check that out as well. Have a good one.